Tonight's class is going to be sort of a beginner's class. I want to ask you, do you still dress like this? So why do people plant gardens like this? This is an old way of thinking. It's forcing plants to behave like furniture. And plants are not furniture. Plants are living things. And this is all about making living things thrive in your backyard. One of the things that dawned on me when we started the nursery is that we were giving people something they can actually do. Because the problems out there are really big. They're a lot bigger than us. And one thing you have a large impact with is your own yard. There are bees that don't have much bigger of an area their whole life than your yard.
We focus on native plants, specifically the Southwest US and northern Mexico. There's a lot of really cool plants that you could grow from, say, Australia and Africa, and really amazing, cool stuff, but it doesn't do anything to support the wildlife here. My dad sells plants at the Bisbee Farmers Market. We were just thinking, he's got cool plants, he should be selling them in Tucson. And then it kind of snowballed, and we decided we needed a retail space.
We're just trading, and Katie's my youngest daughter, and she says, I want to come out and see you, and do you mind if I bring my boyfriend? Oh, yeah, we want to meet your boyfriend. And Jared walks in the door. I mean, I'd known him back, we'd done some horticulture conferences. He was a speaker, I was a speaker, and they started talking about doing a nursery. I said, well, you're welcome to have this name. And I said, listen, the best part of this nursery is the name and the slogan. So take it and run. I like that name Spadefoot, of this little creature that hides and comes out in the monsoon, you know. If I were to start a new nursery, I think I'd go with box turtle or something like that, you know, something like that. I go, box turtle nursery, you know.
Yeah. We try and get out into nature as much as we can. We're always excited to find new plants and try and figure out how we can cultivate them if we can.
Because our nursery is informed a lot more by ecology than it is agriculture, our local ecology has influenced what we sell. This is a plant we grow, Erythrina flabelliformis, or the coral bean, and you find it in Arizona growing out of rock crevices. They're one of the last things to come out of dormancy. It's a tough sell sometimes if you don't know what it is, because it's dormant until like June or May. And the blooms come first, and you get these sprays of the long red tubular flowers, which is the big selling point for this plant. We don't just expect these plants to sell themselves. We let people know, like, this plant is a larval host for this butterfly, or this plant has seeds that the finches love to eat, or this plant actually improves the soil. What we really want people to do is to think of their backyards as a piece of a whole ecology.
I'm a design consultant, landscape design. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've learned more here in 1 year than I've learned in all the school that I've gone to.
Actually, I work at Roma Imports, and they come in to get lunch a lot. And so I was like, wow, I should go check them out.
I ordered some globe mallow, some penstemons for a more pollinator-friendly space.
It definitely feels like it could be nonprofit work where there's a lot of education. I feel like that's the way that word's going to get out, is you start with one person and then they educate someone else. I mean, we have what we call repeat offenders, where people are buying plants at least once a week. And we're starting to worry if we need to like cut them off or like start a group to help people slow down. But we're in the same boat, you know, we own a nursery and we still go to plant sales and buy new plants.
We grow a lot of stuff from seed. A lot of the plants that we're growing are not in cultivation, but I also prefer to grow from seed for the genetic diversity. We really look at what we're doing as a form of restoration, and genetic diversity is a huge part of trying to restore the flora. A lot of nurseries, they want everything to be consistent and everything looks the same, and we're sort of the opposite of that. We want that diversity. Rather than having some weird colonialist idea of a yard. I really want people to stop being so human-centric and think about that there's all these other organisms that are responsible for our ability to be here. The more people pay attention to their own backyard and it becomes a trend, the more impact we can have, because as these creatures are often migrating through our yards, they find that safe space. They know how to find it. We could learn a lot from them if we were just a little quieter and let them have some space.